Now let's discuss a few future topics that are covered more in depth in Algebra 2, with the first one being imaginary numbers. The operation of taking the root combined with a negative number allows us to ask for the square root of a negative number. So when we were asked to take the square root of a negative number, such as negative 81, it did not have a real solution. Instead, it has an imaginary solution. The letter I represents the square root of negative 1, and this allows us to break down the square root of negative 81 into the product of 81 and negative 1. And we can square root both of those in order to simplify. And when doing so, we will end up getting 9, and then the square root of negative 1 is I. An infinite set of square roots of negative numbers then emerge from the use of I. These numbers are no more or less real than any other numbers, and they have very practical uses. After studying both Algebra 1 and geometry, the meaning and use of I will be better understood. The next topic to discuss is complex numbers. Combining a real number and an imaginary number results in a complex number. Complex numbers are written as a plus bi, where a is the real part and bi is the imaginary part. So for example, if we have negative 2 plus 3i, we have a complex number. Negative 2 is the real part and 3i is the imaginary part. All numbers are included in complex numbers, since setting b to 0 results in a real number, and setting a to 0 results in a pure imaginary number. This means that if instead of negative 2 plus 3i, we had negative 2 plus 0i, well, that simplifies to negative 2, which is a real number. It's an integer. Similarly, if we, instead of having negative 2 plus 3i, we had 0 plus 3i, it simplifies to just 3i, which is a pure imaginary number. And again, these are more topics for Algebra 2. We're mentioning them here for completeness so that you can see our entire number system from complex numbers to where we started, our natural numbers.